Tesla stock is up while everything else is actually down. We'll dive into what's happening with Tesla. Why is this happening? Well, the obvious answer, of course, is we found out that Jay Powell, you know, the guy that sets interest rates in the US, actually drives a Tesla. However, this article is from 2017, but seems that many did not know about it since it has been going around today. But here's where we will get some insight into why Tesla stock is doing well today and why, for example, BYD is not really. China's retail sales of passenger new energy vehicles, which includes hybrids, fall 48% in January from December. And if you look at just battery electric vehicle retail sales, you will see that 2023 is worse than 2022 in green. And if we include gasoline vehicles as well, the number of sales fell down from 2.2 million almost to 1.3 million, which is a 40% drop. First, we have to remember that we just had the Chinese New Year holiday, so that limits working days just to 20 instead of about 30 total possible work days. Also, vehicle purchase tax incentives and EV subsidies came to an end. So naturally, the result for Tesla is that Tesla had the best January ever and the best first month of a quarter ever for domestic sales in China. Also, you have to remember that last year, the Chinese New Year was not in January. It was in February. So this is actually even more impressive. 2023 is in blue. 2022 is in red. Tesla is making some good progress here. And now let's look at the total number of vehicles sold, basically sold locally in China and exported from China to other countries. What you can see here is January 2023, and then if you want to pay attention to the last January in 2022, remember, we had no Chinese New Year here. So this number is really impressive because the factory was shut down for quite a long time. We can see that the total sales are also higher compared to last year. And Tesla is clearly eliminating the delivery wave by delivering a lot of vehicles locally in the first month of the quarter. Elon Musk also responded to this tweet, cracks me up every time. This is Michael Berry tweeting saying this time is different. He is the guy that predicted the 2008 recession. He made quite a bit of money from that, and he also predicted about, two of the last recessions that actually happened, by which I actually really mean he predicted 15 out of the last two recessions. Also, I'm seeing some people saying that the Model 3 production line has been down for 2 weeks and it has not been resumed yet. And it appears that something perhaps might be happening in Shanghai. Maybe the Project Highland vehicle is getting ready for production. That would be great. Or perhaps they are working on the compact vehicle. Either way, we might learn important details on March 1st. Tesla economist is bullish again on Tesla stock. He's buying more Tesla stock by dollar cost averaging, meaning he just buys Tesla stock regularly. Elon also perhaps just gave us a hint why he actually started Tesla, the real reason. We do this not because it is easy, but because we thought it would be easy. The sentiment from Tesla stock investors is that perhaps indeed the Project Highland, basically the redesigned Model 3, would be coming on March 1st, which would be quite a bit faster than everyone's really expecting. I wouldn't keep my hopes that high, but that would be a pretty good outcome. Tesla eventually delivers all of the promises, but usually a little bit late. There are some exceptions like the Model Y, but then For every case like that, I can think of many other cases. Like Model 3 was delayed. The Cybertruck has been delayed how many times now? The semi-truck has been delayed how many times? The Roadster has been delayed how many times? But of course, when you are battery constrained, you do not want to be launching new vehicles. That is just plain stupid. So Tesla has made the right move. Morgan Stanley is basically saying, if you are thinking about buying Tesla stock, you should buy now, because after March 1st, the discount is probably going to be over. Morgan Stanley is saying interest in Tesla stock has gone pretty quiet. We note a sharp decline in incoming call volume from clients as the stock has tested the $200 mark. Morgan Stanley's price target is $220. We expect this may change as we approach the March 1st Investor Day. There has been a lot of talk on Twitter about what is this poster? What is this background? What are these things? That poster is basically an invitation to Tesla Investor Day. Sandy Munro and Corey have figured it out. These, they say, are Model Y frames. And also, if you count them like how Corey is showing, you will get what they think is the daily production number of 5,300 units, which is 1.935 million units per year. Big shout out to Sandy Munro for figuring this out. And specifically, it was Corey who figured it all out. Also, Tesla Model Y is now the best-selling vehicle overall of any kind in California in 2022, surpassing the Toyota Camry. Tesla has also moved up from number 5 in 2021, as reported by Clean Technica, and now it is number 2 in brand popularity. 1 out of every 10 vehicles sold in California is now a Tesla. Model 3 was the second best-selling vehicle in California. Maybe I'll make another video diving deeper. Elon is also telling us what to expect on the Investor Day on March 1st. He says that the Master Plan 3 will be presented. That's interesting. Elon Musk is also teasing us with a new FSD version being released possibly very soon. Gary Black reiterates that Tesla stock is still very cheap and that there is no other stock this cheap in the mega cap space. Here are Gary's latest numbers based on today's Tesla stock price. Pause if you like to take a look a little longer. And Gary is now modeling mega packs into his model as well. Wall Street is not really doing that. There has been this rumor that perhaps Starlink, which is part of SpaceX, you know, the internet that you can get from satellites. We have one, by the way, and it is fantastic. There's been a rumor that perhaps there would be an IPO and we could buy that stock, which I would love to buy that stock. That would be amazing. Sadly, they are saying there is going to be no such thing. So we know that Jerome Powell drives a Tesla, and so does Uber CEO also. He drives a Tesla Model Y.
We're going to see more electric vehicles on Uber. In California, over 10% of our miles now are on EVs. I have a Tesla Y, and I drive
the 2030. I mean, we were talking about President Biden's comment. I don't know.
Why didn't the reporter ask more into it? Nothing. Like, what's the reason? Why are you driving the Model Y? Twitter has brought a surprising, stunning innovation. We can now make tweets that are longer than 280 characters. In fact, we can make tweets that have 4,000 characters. Here's another surprise that surprised exactly 0 Tesla stock investors. Another study shows plug-in hybrids are dirtier than we thought. Oh, really? You mean people don't plug them in? You mean it is worse for the environment to have 2 different engines instead of just going with one? And then have a battery that most people will not really utilize because they don't plug in their cars to charge because, you know, it only goes a few miles, so why even bother with that? Turns out that in Oregon, you can get a Model 3 rear-wheel drive, when you include all the rebates and incentives and everything, for $28,000, $28,630. That is quite a deal. However, I do have to say I'm a little bit, I have mixed feelings about these longer tweets. I think one thing that was good about these shorter tweets is that you can just write essays in a bad format. I think if we had empty lines in between these paragraphs, it would look a whole lot better. This is a little bit difficult to read and go through, so I'm not going to do that. And this is the Tesla stock buying opportunity explained by Elon Musk. My name is Matt Postis. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you in the next video. I'm actually feeling much better. I don't think I have a fever anymore. My throat, I still feel it quite a bit, but I'm feeling a lot better. So I should be back to making multiple videos per day very soon.